Well, YouTube, that was quick. I was going to be making a video about how Xbox, hike their prices on their membership, doubling it for $120 a year for Xbox Live memberships. And I was going to go through the intricacies of that. I was going to inform you of all this. But then, right as I was about to make this video, I knew it was going to be a late upload. Microsoft backtracks it at like midnight. Like less than 12 hours they backtrack it, which is a good thing, because even though there were some things that were being misunderstood about it, it was still ultimately a fucking bad idea, obviously. It was basically, I'm pretty sure, people that were already paying $60 could pay for it, like 60. It's weird, and that gets into like a whole like debate of you're charging two different people like one double the price for it's all sorts of weird, like double the price for something that somebody else is buying for like 60. It's fucking bananas, right? So I'm gonna go over this whole situation for you, and I'll tell you what we know from the situation so far. All right. Since I know most people are probably going to be here for the apology, I'll start with that first. This is the tweet. Hey, today was not a great day. We always try our best for you, and we missed the mark. We hear you, and we're reversing our Xbox Live Gold pricing updates. Might I add, I did a video, one of my first videos, a precursor to me uploading somewhat frequently, was of me being like, this PlayStation Update 8.0 is an ad for Microsoft, because it was about like basically the PlayStation Network would be able to like spy on you and record your conversations and stuff like that. And sure, some of it was exaggerated and overblown, but at the core idea was kind of the same. That being that like Sony's like fucking big brother. And they never really went back on that. They were just like, we're sorry you misunderstood. It's like fuck off, Sony. But so and like when they did respond, it took like days, and plus this update was in the works for like so long, and they didn't even mention it in the patch notes until the day of, when it's a whole messed up situation. But Microsoft actually apologizing, let alone within the same day, within 12 hours at midnight, shows that they've got like a better understanding of the gaming people, I'd say, than PlayStation. And I've always kind of said that, especially about PlayStation exclusives. I feel like those have always notoriously missed the mark in terms of what people, most people want in games, which is gameplay. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. We're talking about Microsoft and Xbox, right? So Microsoft then continues their tweet by saying, to bring Xbox Live more in line with how we see the player at the center of their experience, will be removing gold requirements for free-to-play games. Oh, also, big update. This was not the case before. We were starting to work on that immediately, and we'll have more details in the coming months. This is actually major, because this was another criticism levied at them today, and I didn't even know. Yeah, if a game's free to play, even if it has an offline mode, I'm pretty sure you have to have the membership. But now that's being reversed. That just made this controversy actually made Xbox get objectively better. So that's awesome. Of course, people responded with this. Some were surprisingly mixed. Some people were calling them pussies and pansies, which I find interesting. Right? But most people kind of came to the consensus that bullying works. In fact, the Act Man actually had a very interesting take, which was if this was the response we got in 2013, back when they were reviewing all the horrible features about the Xbox One that nobody wanted, always online, more of a streaming service for Netflix and YouTube and TV than actual gaming was the focus. If their response was as good as the response they have today, I wonder how different the console wars would have gone. Even to this day, I'd say we'd be able to feel the effects if something were to change. But of course, that's all hypotheticals. It's useless to think about it. So that was the apology. But what's the full context for what they're apologizing for, right? I know we're working kind of backwards, but it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, right, I've kind of lucked out. I want to get this out as quick as possible because, I'd be one of the first people to upload this story, so Not only that, but, like, I feel like, it's a market, place. YouTube is a marketplace of ideas, getting your ideas out. It grows, expands the channel. I like it, and I like people knowing. I like knowing that people are watching the content I produce, because I do enjoy making it. Side tangents aside, basically, I found out about this from Charlie Intel, Call of Duty News. I'm pretty sure in one of my videos about politics, actually, I mentioned Call of Duty News, like retweeting like something really political for some reason. And it was so stupid. That's all I remember recently. But I found out from them, right? And it was on the Twitter trending page, which doesn't really mean much because, let's be real, that's all bought and paid for for the most part. And for the other part, it's used to fulfill political agendas because, Twitter be Twitter. I actually have a video like a day or two ago that's talking about how they deemed child porn to not be against their community guidelines. Go check that out. Shameless plug. If you're interested. I'll just throw the screenshots up on the screen. We've reached that point in the video. Any reoccurring viewers, you know what I'm talking about. Knowing my luck, I'm saying all this and this video gets 0 views. You know what? Was my Call Me Carson video the one that blew up? Didn't I say like this video is gonna, if this is the video that blows up, and it did? That's funny. It's hard to predict these things, and you probably shouldn't. So I won't. But overall, basically, again, the big problem being, you're paying double the price for something that, like, most people have kind of come to the consensus isn't really necessary, especially with, like, PC gaming. You look at Steam, you don't need to buy a membership or shit for that, or even other things. You just have internet connection and it just works. Of course, PCs are expensive in different areas for other reasons, right? And it's probably definitely part of the reason why I don't think any sham game developers or some shit have tried to do that. I would imagine that if a developer tried to do that, it would fucking crash, like, and burn horribly. I suppose MMOs might be an exception to that, but, honestly, most MMOs have kind of crashed and died horribly. For the same reasons, Battle Royales will probably crash and die horribly. I'm going on a load of side tangents in this video, but I think that's fine, because really the story itself is kind of bare bones, and it kind of leaves a lot of room for discussion, especially about gaming as a whole. Obviously, I have a passion for games. On the channel, I've played at least, like, 20 games as background footage. 20 games? Maybe that's overselling it. Maybe throughout my lifespan, but since I've come back, I've at least had, like, 5 to 10 games, as background footage, and I enjoy them all. Even Street Fighter V, a game I literally just started playing today, and is the background footage of this video. I've like never played a fighter, but I am thoroughly enjoying it, even though I have no idea how to base like my experience with it. Is it good or bad? I remember at launch people called it bad, but who knows, right? The gaming industry, like, horrible, shitty games that launch like that can be great games. Look at No Man's Sky, right? So I think we should kind of close this video out and ask ourselves some questions like, what does this affect in terms of like consoles? Like, does this affect PS4 users or something? Probably not. I mean, it gets rid of one like key thing that PS4 users have over Microsoft, the Xbox, which is you can play free games without, PSN. But it is what it is, right? This is ultimately like a good thing, I believe, for Microsoft, and I'm pretty sure that, people that are paying attention to like how Sony and Microsoft work, they're going to be point to this situation as like proof that how much Microsoft has changed in the past 10 years, and PlayStation has. Well, PlayStation's never really changed. They've always kind of been dicks, from what I remember anyway. I record all my videos and edit them on PS4, so if you're thinking I'm an Xbox fanboy, check your gamer privilege or some shit. I don't know. Insert funny joke, I suppose. Like, you know, we can ad-lib it, like Mad Lib, right? Just pretend like I'm making funny jokes, okay? I'm surely that will get people to enjoy my content more. Yeah, I'm running out of things to say, really. It is an interesting topic, and it does bring up multiple things I want to talk about, but I don't know if I could do too much justice to those topics in this video. One final note, I suppose. I do take this as a W for Microsoft because it makes them look good, especially in comparison to PlayStation and Sony, who have still not like apologized for unnecessarily like censoring Devil May Cry, and visual novels and my videos, political speech. I have like videos that are political on my channel, but like Sony has a problem with them. That's a very interesting video. To anybody wondering, it's on the channel. I don't know how many people like are subscribed and like reoccurrently watch this channel. I know there are some people, right? But who knows, right? This was a very rambly video, but I think that was kind of alright, because this is a very like cut and dry issue. Like, Microsoft obviously messed up, they obviously fixed it, and now that it's been revised, you know, a lot of people will have a lot more respect for Microsoft, especially, you know, in comparison to Sony, who will rarely ever, if ever, apologize for their mistakes. So, with all that being said, I think I've made my points. Let's close out this video. I've been KB Baby. God bless your soul. Stay rad. Don't be radicalized. And I am signing out. Peace.